Hey, I'm Kaz, the channel for the higher light.
And I'm Sally, your energetic guide and card reader.
This is the Quantum Thread.
A space to demystify energy, explore consciousness, and empower you to trust your inner truth. Well, welcome back, everyone, to episode 10. Drum roll, woohoo! 2 of the
Hi,
Quantum.
guys.
Congratulations, Kaz. We've made 10 episodes.
10.
Woo-hoo.
Beautiful.
Double digits. We're growing up.
We are. We'll be teenagers soon.
Oh my goodness. And then we'll be doing the 20 years first. But I mean, 10 is a big thing. I remember with our kids, we made a big deal out of it because they were going from single to double. And until you hit 100, you're in this zone for quite a while.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. I'm loving it.
I'm really loving it. I just think just the golden group, they're just beautiful with what they bring across, and they're just nurturing, especially the mother. What are the mothers they're called again?
The great mothers.
The great mothers, yeah, just very loving and nurturing and everything. So yes, I think these discussions are all about helping us transition from this seemingly 3D sort of fear-based world, ego-driven, into this soul-based way of living and just being. And I think part of the beauty and what we can get out of these sessions is the tools of how to actually get into this being mode. Because just before we started to record, I was saying I was recently in Thailand and I was lying out just in the sun by the pool and just allowing the sun on my body. My muscles felt relaxed and I just felt like I was in heaven. It was nirvana. And every time my brain tried to think of, oh, what have I got to do next? I've got to write this email or whatever. It went into shut off mode. It was just this deep space of peace. And I felt like I was really in that 5D space of just being. And I thought, oh gosh, this feels so good. Imagine living like this all the time. And this is what we're here to help people transition into this state of being more constantly, keeping ourselves lifted into this space. It's not easy, that's for sure.
No, it's not easy. And I did a channel yesterday, I think it was, and I think it's out tomorrow, and it was teaching how um how we all used to learn how to drive in a manual transmission car, and then all of a sudden we learnt to switch to the automatic car, and our foot used to still reach for the clutch, and our arm used to still reach for the gears. And now we're transitioning from the automatic car to the new age hybrids and the ones that drive themselves. So, and it's like that when you're learning to live differently or think differently or feel differently. You let go slowly, you retrain yourself. If you find your hand reaching for the gear shift, you remind it, hey, you don't need to do that anymore, it's chill time, relax. And it's a process, it's a whole process. You can't do it overnight, so let it be what it is in each moment. So just don't put that pressure on yourself to be more than you are in any moment, and allow the process with gentle reminders.
Gentle reminders, I like that. It is allowing the process. And I think it was last week or the week before, we were talking about going back to kindergarten and relearning. And so when you're saying retraining yourself, and it is a process, because there's a lot of embedding of beliefs, of stories that it started from, basically when we were born, but particularly from 2 onwards, and bands and the conditioning that we were brought up in this sort of Western society. So
yeah. And I think a lot of people are put off by the relearning or the retraining because they think back, they think, oh, I don't want to go through all that schooling stuff again. But this is more of an unlearning. It's more exciting. It's fun. It's like, I don't have to worry about that anymore. I don't have to worry about this anymore. It's like a whole way of being that is really more suited to who you authentically are. And it's fabulous to do.
Oh, that's such a good reframe of unlearning rather than relearning. It's unlearning. It's like getting rid of our bad habits or whatever, and just Yeah. I really
Yeah,
like this. See, when you work with the energy of words, just changing two little letters from, what was it, retraining to, no, relearning to unlearning. Just as a
yeah,
different energy. Unlearning means that you've done the work and you've got somewhere, but it's
yeah. You don't
changing.
need it.
Yeah,
You
that
don't
was
need it.
like a big lift when you said that, because relearning means hard work. I've got to do more. Unlearning means
Yeah,
letting go. Oh, yes,
yeah.
letting go,
It's
release.
like a
Yeah.
in high school when you learnt algebra or one of the other mathematics, and it's like when you left high school, it's like I don't need to do that anymore because most people didn't. So it was like a great relief. It was like taking off this great big heavy jacket. Who
Yes.
needs algebra now? But in reality,
Oh,
those bits of algebra that you do need stay with you, and they're
oh,
ingrained in you, and that's good. But that jacket is gone. That jacket of I have to, I need to, I've got to, it's gone.
that is such, that's just a game changer for me, actually, because it's like school was so much rote learning. You had to do your times tables, the periodic table. You had all these little things in your head that you tried to hang on to just to get through the exams. And you've come out, and I never have to listen to that again. But the basics,
Exactly.
I love
Exactly.
that. It's unlearning. So all the
Yeah.
rote learning of life, right?
Letting it go.
Oh, oh, I love that.
It's, it's the realization that you don't need it. It's bringing that into conscious awareness, that, hey, I really don't need this anymore. Why am I hanging on to it? Let it go. Take it off. Get rid of it. It's just something you're carrying for no apparent reason. So really look into yourself, self reflect and figure out what you do need, what you don't need in any way. It could be, physically, it could be people in your life, it could be
Yeah.
emotionally, um, dimensionally, beliefs. Like there's so many ways of things to let go of, like
Mm.
let go of them all and just be in the moment.
Because you unburdening yourself, taking that backpack of of the burdens
Yeah,
off. I just love
yeah,
that, but the first thing is you can't change what you don't know. So you need to have that awareness, that conscious awareness, to then do the reflection and do everything else. But you have
yeah,
that awareness light turned on first.
yeah. Because we're creatures of pattern. So if we believe we have to hang on to this for some reason, then some part of us will attract that,
Mm.
more of that to us so that we can continue that pattern. So as soon as we realize that we don't need to be that, we stop attracting those things that
Mm.
will call upon that part of us so we can really let it go. So, because we attract what we are. So
Yeah.
if we are thinking we need to be this, we will attract things that will reinforce that.
Love that. You always have some little golden nuggets. We attract what we are. So true. So true. So true. So part of this is it as we go into this 5D space, this dimensional shift. And it's we've just got to get out of the head, because it's so much of that rote learning in our head that this is the way that we do things. And we were speaking the other week about drawing on or manifesting in abundance, and particularly financial abundance, and it's done so differently to what we think it is from a 3D perspective. It's just so different. And I think it was last week's channel or one of them, we were saying it's you will be rewarded, or the abundance will flow when you're helping and supporting others, and it's not
Yeah,
so much, if you do this you'll get that. It's
yeah,
more like it's the right energy and the right intention behind it, and the abundance
yeah,
will come many ways. So
yeah,
particularly, the last couple of weeks have been quite wobbly energy, quite extreme, and people have really needed support. There's just been,
yeah,
this year is a 9 year. It's a year of conclusions and new beginnings, and it's not easy. It's like we, many of us are forced into the corner of like, okay, this is your choice. Which way are you choosing? That you can't keep doing things the same way, and helping and supporting people through that process, because once again, it's unlearning. It's doing things differently, letting go, the surrendering, taking that burden off, but crossing over that fear bridge. into the faith bridge, right? It's going to be okay. But the fear of the unknown, because this 5D world is so different to what we know today in the 3D world. And as we're living through this 4D experience at the moment, we're putting a big toe in and we're taking it back out. And, I think it was our very episode where the channel was saying,
that's right.
Nurse your toe in and then allow it to slowly seep up, a bit like litmus paper. When you put it in, it starts to soak up, and just slowly the fear will dissipate and the faith will rise up. I mean, life is a duality, isn't it? And it's fear and love. Fear and love is sort of the two biggies playing out, the dark and the light. And interesting times. And I think it is such a shift for our minds to get out of our minds 3D to the sensing, the feeling of the 5D. It's so different. And I think this is where you and the channel have provided so much insight and support for this. So you think we should dig a little deeper today and see what further?
Yes, they're ready.
They're ready.
Said something. You said something that excited them, and they've been
they're knocking at the door to come in. So
let's
take this moment for Kaz to get grounded, to allow the energy to flow through her for her to get into channel mode and bring in the golden group. They're just so beautifully divine. I'm getting the tingles, so they must be ready to share something important. Oh dear. Let's see what comes up.
You're welcome. Welcome, dear ones, to this beautiful space that you have each created. We are delighted to be hearing the encouragement that you are giving to others to assist others in any way that they can. For this is an important part of maintaining your space, of evolving your space, and expanding your space. Notice we are saying your space, not their space. For their space and your space are one and the same. For you are all the beings that you come in contact with. In parallel universes, in timelines, dimensions, in ways that the human cannot yet adequately fathom. You are all one being. And in the space creation that you provide by assisting others to offload the heavy coats that they carry, the burdens, the luggage, the many ways that it is described on your planet, as you assist them to unpack, to release. You are setting free parts of yourself. Because in ways that you cannot understand, you are connected to all those parallel lines, all those lives that you are on those timelines. And so freedom for one is freedom for all. Abundance then has a place to move into. We hear you speak of clearing the mind, that all is held in the mind. Yet it is wise to understand that it is held in all parts of the being and the mind. Communicates with all of those parts of the beings in very different ways. There are more than one brain within your being, all working as a whole, filling space, clearing space, creating space, evolving space, loving the space. These brains that you hold within equally important and are the reason why the entire body is needed to be cleared and unpacked, not just the mind.
Mm.
The heart will hold on, the mind will hold on, the stomach will hold on, the shoulders will hold on. There are many ways of holding on. Allow all of these, the time and the love, to relax, to be with the present moment, to not hold that which was, for there is no need. Do you have any questions?
Thank you. It's in my kind of work, we talk about three brains: the mind brain, the heart brain, and the gut brain. And, everything, you're really right, holding on with all of them. And we were talking to the channel just before about being in this 5D present moment, just being, and how peaceful it is and how relaxing it is. But it's almost hard to I don't know, see it in reality right here, right now, because we're shifting so often from 3 to 5 to 3 to 5, and there's a lot of fear to cross that bridge to the faith of just being in there, because life is so, I don't know, paradoxical, I suppose, and it's difficult. It's just difficult to live that to be in this present moment. It's just really tricky.
It is the way that you have been taught to bring the past forward for its wisdom and to plan for the future and bring it into now. All of these things can be let go of with practice. Imagine yourself now. You are a beautiful tree. Your body, a brilliant cylinder of life, of essence. There is no mind. There is no brain. There is no heart. There is no gut. And although the tree does have all of these things as a sentient being, they are not in your learned memory bank. And so as you be the tree, you're freeing yourself from all of these things, this mind, this heart, this gut, this shoulders. And you can flow, just flow. And you can not think. You can just bring the entire environment, essence of all that is to you, allowing the birds to come, to go, to change with the seasons, Do not hang on to the birds. Do not hang on to the millions of insects that come your way. Do not hold on to the very bark that is your skin. Allow it to shed. Allow your trees' leaves to fall. So now, be the tree. Sway with the rhythms of life.
Beautiful.
Do you have any other questions?
The more that we can learn from you, it's just so helpful, so insightful. Be the tree and sway with the rhythm of life. It's it just as you say it, you can feel it, and it just brings in that peace. It has that freedom feel. So as you say, it is practice to do it. And the point of these podcasts is to help people expand and learn and grow and feel more of this. So if there's any other tips, but I think this week it's just the tip is to be the tree and swing with the rhythm of life. Just so insightful. Thank you so much.
Allow that to flow through your imagination out into your body. Allow your imagination to bleed into your whole system. Imagination is the greatest portal that this universe has, the human imagination. The most incredible device in the universe. Allow it to flow through your being. We love you. We bless you. And we thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mm. Mm.
Wow. As Kaz has just come.
It was really nice.
That was so beautiful. That was so beautiful. Look, they are so wise. And the analogies are always so lovely. Like, last week it was about the kindergarten, and this one is about being the tree. Just, it's just, and I think the parting words that human imagination is the greatest portal and the most incredible device to allow us to flow, and to get into this flow feeling. And it was so lovely. Be the tree, swaying in the rhythm of life. And
Oh, that's what I can feel. I don't remember the words, but I
oh my God.
remember being the tree. I
Be the
love being the
tree and
tree.
free yourself from your mind, your body, your
Oh yeah.
heart, your
Yeah.
shoulders, this and that, because the tree doesn't have a heart, it doesn't have a mind, it doesn't have this. And the other great part was just don't hold on. Allow like the bark to shed, allow the leaves to fall, and it's part of it all. Like allow the birds to come and go with the seasons. Like, oh, Kaz, like so good, because the more that and it's all about practicing this, but the more that we can start to use our imagination, I think that's the key part today, is use your imagination to bring in this sense of peace, to bring in this sense of letting go, not holding on, and just to get into the flow. I think that was sort of the summary today, is just use your imagination more to get you into that state. So it allows you to get out of this head, brain, heart state, and gut state, and not that to dictate. Use your imagination to take you out of that so that you can be in that flow and sense and being. Amazing. Amazing.
Let's ask the cards.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, great. Oh, like honestly, each week it's almost like we're going through our own little school of awakening and expansion. And okay, let's start.
We are. We are.
We're unlearning to relearn, right? So we're letting go of what we've been holding on to allow this to flow in. So, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. Fake it till you make it. This one says, your subconscious mind can't decode what's real and what's not. So use your thoughts and feelings to create your reality. This is your imagination, and trick your mind into believing it's real, and you can have it right now. So this is about, visualizing it, using your imagination to picture it. And that's just going to amplify the signal to the universe, and you're going to manifest and materialize it quicker. Like, it's just the more that you can practice it. So fake it till you make it. Just practice.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the takeaways today is practice, and then use your imagination more, or use your imagination to take you into that 5D being space. What do you think? Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I think I've lost it. Sorry.
Oh, look, it must take a little bit out of you doing that. So
It does. It does.
I write down all the notes so that it's fresh and we can have little chats. But I am so grateful for you taking the time every week to allow yourself to conduit through and be the channel and bring forward these really very helpful insights. The analogies are always so great, and it's always done without any judgment, which is great. But today is like, don't hold on. Let the bark shed. Let the leaves fall from the tree. Let the birds come and go, and just let yourself flow and sway in the wind. Ooh, and use your imagination to get yourself into that space. Even quicker. So insightful.
Absolutely.
So insightful. Yep. Man, so any parting words from you today, Kaz?
No, just align with your truth, and your imagination is a big part of your truth, regardless of what you're imagining. So imagine the right things.
Oh, so important. That's one of the themes I picked out of my cards this week, is everything is energy. So your thoughts are very powerful. So just be mindful of the things that you're choosing to think, feel, and act in every day, because every day is a Tuesday. So yeah. So with that, I think we're complete. So thank you once again to Kaz, and
thank you.
Channeling through the Golden Group. So grateful, and we look forward to catching up with everyone next week. And please send in any questions, because the channel would love to answer any questions that you have. We can just get a whole list and we'll just go through and go boom, boom, boom. So get your questions answered. Reach out. So stay tuned until next week. Until then, this is Kaz and Sally signing off.
Thank you. Bye.
That's it for this episode of The Quantum Thread.
If you have questions you'd like answered by the channel, or topics you want us to explore, reach out anytime.
You can connect with Kaz for private channel sessions, or with either of us for support on your journey.
Until next time, keep tuning in, trusting yourself, and following your inner thread.